getting there, kid. Have fun. For us. We're living in your world, man. Next. All right.
Welcome. Please rise if you are able for the singing of our national anthem, performed by the Madrigals.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the home of the brave, home of the brave.
Let them get back to their spots.
Thank you. Please be seated. Should I wait for them? Good evening. My name is Maggie Eggleton, and it has been my honor and privilege to serve as the president for the class of 2019. This is such an exciting day for all of us, and we are so happy to share it with all of you. On behalf of our class, I would like to welcome family, friends, honored guests, staff, and faculty. We thank you for your unwavering support and guidance, which has made this day possible. Although we will all go our separate ways and start our own journeys, we will always be Spartans and carry with us the memories that we have made here at Mountain View. I am proud of the class of 2019 and cannot wait to see what we do in the future. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce our principal, Mr. David Grissom.
Good evening. Good evening. I am Dave Grissom, the principal of Mountain View High School, and I'd like to welcome you to the Mountain View High School's 117th graduation ceremony. Tonight, we will be congratulating the students for their accomplishments and their family and friends who have provided support. As we begin this evening, I'd like to take a moment to thank some individuals that are sharing the stage with us. They work behind the scenes diligently to provide these students with a world-class learning environment. They are School Board Trustee Fiona Walter, School Board Trustee Debbie Torok, and Mountain View Los Altos Associate Superintendent Mike Matheson. They will be distributing the diplomas and personally congratulating our students. I'd also like to recognize the 4 Mountain View High School administrators who are out in the audience helping you this afternoon. They are William Blair, Terry Fott, Carmen Gomez, and Hong Vo. We have been truly fortunate to have such a talented support staff for our students in pursuit of their educational goals at Mountain View High School. Mountain View High School has received numerous awards, accolades, and prestigious accomplishments over the years for its continued rigor and academic excellence. And none of this would be possible without the continued foresight that the faculty has shown for our students. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge our teaching faculty who has worked with our students to give them the best educational experience possible. At this time, I would like them to stand and accept your round of applause. Thank you. And now let us turn our attention to those that we have gathered to acknowledge today, the class of 2019. Seniors, as stated earlier, you represent the 117th graduating class from Mountain View High School. During this week, I've spoken to many of you and asked you to reflect on your senior class. Specifically, I asked, what one word would describe your graduating class at Mountain View High School, the class of 2019? Your classmates used terms such as unique, intellectual, passionate, ambitious, unpredictable, procrastinators, and I do believe that a few of your teachers would agree with that. And the term most commonly used was the word close. There have been times this year that have certainly been emotionally trying for many of you. Prior to the school year, the tragic loss of a classmate came as a shock to us all. Many of you dealt with that issue through time and healing. While his death was felt throughout campus, to watch you support and console one another was an indication of the closeness and admiration that you have for one another. I've had the opportunity to watch you grow and mature over the past 4 years, and I've admired the close-knit family that you have become. While you all have divergent interests, whether that is an interest in speech and debate, robotics, athletics, or music, it is clear that you have a vested interest in one another. There's no greater evidence to the closeness than the continued strength of the Spartan Buddies program, a program that centers around inclusion for all students. The students in this class have taken precious time out of their day to focus on others. Your time and energy on this pursuit is rooted in love and caring. Through this example and many others, it is apparent that the relationships that you have created between yourselves and with the adults on this campus are what you will reflect on first and foremost when you think about Mountain View High School. As you prepare to leave today, remember the good times that you have had here and learn from the more difficult ones. Know that your time here is part of a long and storied past that is Mountain View, and you and your class have made an impact on the school and in the community. I'd like to thank the class of 2019 for the relationships that I was fortunate to have with many of you, and in particular, to the students of Dance Spectrum. New York was an absolute blast. I'd like to leave with you something that I heard a commencement speaker once say. He said, on your way to the next goal, remember to live your life now. Take it all in. Live the life that is now on the road where you are about to take, wherever that is. Thank you, class of 2019. At this time, I have the honor of recognizing 2 groups of academic scholars. Dispersed within the graduates are individuals who have achieved a non-weighted grade point average of 4.0 for each of their 7 semesters at Mountain View High School, and the individuals who excelled in honors and AP curriculum and have achieved a weighted grade point average of 4.5 or better during their high school career. Both groups, please stand and be recognized. Before the reading of our graduates' names, thank you. Before the reading of our graduates' names, I would like to remind our honored guests that each and every graduate deserves to have their name read and heard, and the use of an air horn to honor one graduate will prevent another graduate and their guests from hearing their own name. I'd also like to request that you remain seated during the reading of the graduates' names so that those close behind you can see the stage as well. Thank you. And now to begin the presentation of the diplomas, Maggie Eggleton and Peyton Kesselring will be joined by Miss Debbie Torok and Miss Fiona Walter.
Shelby Griffin.
Robert Quigley.
Connor Perryman.
Lindsay Alabast.
Michelle Andrews.
Allison Clark.
Theodore Bafrali.
Luke Davies.
Anika Bott.
Cecilia Duarte.
Patrick Brown.
Samantha Evans.
Naya Lee Chang.
William Fitch.
Coral Chen.
Arushi Gupta.
Andrew Dates.
Frida Ruth Kahn.
Julia Davencays.
Kate Alexandra Meter.
Kieran Dawson.
Sophie Molt.
Jessica Day.
Kylie Mullinex.
Ava Ektafai.
Amy Murata.
Anne-Marie Foy.
Lauren Newman.
Sunil Fremuth.
Rachel Ostrowski.
Jennifer Gao.
Asha Padada.
Adam Gerson.
Samantha Sasaki.
Valeria Gonzalez.
Ellen Shaw.
Samuel Yin Xiao.
Kayla Starr.
Jeremy Sue.
Henry Sturman.
Andrew Huang.
Marco Antonio Torres Romero.
Zayn Jaffer.
Eric Wagenbrenner.
Rohan Katpali.
Nicholas Kakuda.
Kevin Coe.
Miles Lang.
Brandon Lee.
Brianna Lee.
Ryan Lee.
Sung Un Lee.
Jenna Lowe.
Neil Lund.
Morgan Lunn.
Liam McGee.
Alexandria Myers.
Danielle Nam.
Chloe Olson.
Angela Patel.
Alexander Pun.
Amog Rothnam.
Colin Ray.
Ariel Ram.
Naomi Rosen.
Catherine Schock.
Anya Srivastava.
Anya Singhal.
Devin Sinha.
Carly Sussman.
Tejas Thavar.
Samuel Tobin.
Lucas Tomasello.
Samuel Vincent.
Camille Viviani.
Miles Wada.
Annie Wang.
Jake Webster.
Samantha Ray.
Anton Zabreko.
Angela Zhang.
Mia Lawrence.
Parmita Pajuhesh.
Ria Saxena.
Nathan Abel.
Jamie Albritton.
Aaron Alpagot.
Jonathan Andrade Gaxiola.
Mateo Angel Morales.
Sydney Ariaga.
Mark Bakvansky.
Alina Bahar.
Ashley Bailey.
Victor Baird.
Alfonso Barmore Jr.
Abigail Batana.
Barbara Ann Beetlestone.
Katya Alana Bent Robinson.
Caitlin Bernardo.
Vandan Bargava.
Amruta Bavsar.
Jared Beastie.
Rachel Blockus.
Anna Valerie Bodo.
Justin Bossett.
Elijah Bozeman.
Yasmin Bravo Mendez.
Robert Brown.
Kirsty Bryden.
Rian Justine Buenaventura.
Joshua Noel Buhane.
Mackenzie Bystrom.
Ian Bion.
Kyle Kabatu.
Tanya Cantor Martinez.
Andrea Kamin.
Diego Carbajal Rodriguez Brown.
Justin Caraballo.
Jarek Casinto.
Haley Carpenter.
Malika Chari.
Nicole Chang.
Matthew Chen.
Jai Chen.
Melissa Cho.
Philip Chen. Thank you.
I'd like to welcome Mia Lawrence to give her graduation speech this evening.
Sorry, hold on. Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me? Okay. Sorry, I just want to make sure I'm okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. This is such an exciting moment. We get to immerse ourselves in the world as adults and pay taxes. In some ways, this is frightening, and that's okay too. The part of this that is both exciting and frightening is having to find ourselves and build our characters. I'm excited to figure out who I am, but I'm afraid of the tribulations that that path comes with. But we have something to work with, and we aren't clean slates. We will take our past experiences with us to our adulthood. The one thing that has helped me build my character the most is my activism. I've developed a sense of strength and purpose. For the past 4 years, I have been a part of our Black Student Union, and for the past 3, I have been president. We have increased cultural awareness and made spaces for Black students where they did not exist. And despite the mixed response, I am proud to say that I was a part of this. I'm glad that I stood up for what I care about. This culture of advocacy has been very much prevalent within our high school experience, from the walkout protesting gun violence to the Solidarity Service for Equity to the Youth Climate Strike. From the founding of Asian Student Union to the Cultural Diversity Rally, where Spartan Buddies offered an awe-inspiring performance. A beautifully wide range of students applying their passions to advocacy. Mountain View High School has given us the tools to speak out when we enter the real world. Not everyone is made to be an activist, but everyone is meant to stand up for what they believe. Asking others to stand is activism. Standing alone because you care is humanity. As an activist, I ask that you go into your adulthood standing up for what you believe in. But I also acknowledge that this may come at a cost. You are not always appreciated for standing up for what you believe in, but it's more than worth it to give yourself those skills and to give others peace. My activism has been very much controversial over the years, and that's okay. I still appreciate those who did not share my values. To be given the platform has been an honor, and I thank everyone for that. The cost could never compare to what you can gain and what you can give. Thank you to all the people who have felt that cost. Please take not the difficulties, but the rewards from your advocacy. Everything holds a cost, like raising kids. I really want to take special time to thank the families of the graduating class. I don't know everyone's individual stories, but I know that my mom moved mountains to give me quality education and happiness. Things that seem so simple, but that she worked so hard for. I know that my experience cannot be the only one, and I know that some people moved countries for their children to have the best. And we thank you for that. We thank you for giving us that opportunity. We thank you especially for your sacrifice. It hasn't always been easy, and we haven't always been grateful, but it's moments like this. Also, a special thank you to our Mountain View High School faculty. Thank you for nurturing young minds and encouraging us and being compassionate through a difficult time in our lives. And let's not forget the letters of recommendation that half of us asked for too late or too early, but that you still wrote for us. And lastly, thank you to my fellow graduates for standing with me. Congratulations to Mountain View High School's graduating class of 2019.
Now, to continue with the presentation of diplomas, Sonia Parker and Talar Sarkeesian will be joined by Ms. Torok and Ms. Walter.
Long Yin Choi.
Lauren Elise Chun.
Jack Chung.
Jacobulon Clark.
Isabella Nicole Clements Lederman.
Simone Yvette Clemens Lederman.
Ava Cohn.
Olivia Cobb.
Roy Cook.
Jacob Cortinez.
Zachary Coughlin.
Aaron Cox.
Catherine Crum.
Emma Crowley.
Janessa Cruz. Joseph Coyne.
That was so bad.
Andreas Cruz.
Jonathan Cruz Reyes.
Fatima Cruz Reyes.
Elena Dagon.
John Cummings.
Delia Dara.
Owen Daniels.
Sarah Davenport.
Prayag Das.
Nathan DeGraff.
Talila Elise Davis.
Denali de los Reyes.
Lene DeClerc.
Jennifer Dominguez Chitek.
Luis Diaz.
Jesse Dong.
William Dominguez.
Jasmine Duran.
Emerson Domke.
Caitlin Eklund.
Lindsay Dworkin.
Stephen Eisenstadt.
Maxim Eldison.
Paul Farrow.
Diego Escalante Ayala.
William Fimbres.
Maria Fernandez Lagunas.
Trevor Folden.
Samantha Fong.
Tevanui Freitas.
Amber Fry.
Kaylin Ferrucci.
Leslie Galeno Vasquez.
Miguel Gallardo Jr.
Jinchong Gao.
Jose Garcia.
Katrina Garcia.
Melanie Garcia.
Eloise Gilbert Fangan.
Kaveh Galambor.
Selen Gokchen.
Abaraj Garitharon.
Hugo Daniel Goncalves.
Deanna Golovanova. Roberto Gonzalez Acevedo.
Danny Goodwin.
Kylie Grunberg.
Christine Gould.
Cesar Huarcas Zamora.
Kiana Grunberg.
Ronaldo Guillen Guerrera.
Ziyu Gum.
Kanitha Gurumurthy.
Angie Guerrero Torres.
Oscar Guzman Melchor.
Annalie Guliran Flores.
Allison Halliday.
Sherrill Gutierrez.
Madeline Hamilton.
Maria Haggart.
Nicole Harrell.
Aram Home.
Evan Hawkins.
Jessica Hansen.
Andrew Healy.
James Wynn Hartford.
Edwin Hernandez Tobar.
Julia Hastings.
Ashwin Hingwei.
Gila Hyatt.
Grace She.
Jessica Elizabeth Enriquez Carbonhall.
Richard Huang.
Bryant Hernandez.
Cody Hung.
Caitlin Higa.
Madison Ivy.
Jennifer Juan.
Daniel Jankovic.
Juan Heuska Gaeton.
Ashley Kane.
Josue Ibarra Prado.
Kelly Cap.
Ethan Jackson.
Sindhu Kadmavaldi.
Haley Jeremiah.
Shabnam Kazimali.
Mateo Kaiser.
Aiden Crames.
Samuel Kaplan.
Jacob Lamb.
Sasha Karubi.
Giselle Landaverde.
Anthony Catwan.
Justin Lau.
Aya Kitajima. Suhail Kumar. Renee Landa. Zachary Langstone.
Jennifer Allison Lee.
going too fast. Okay, good recovery, good recovery.
Brian Levin.
Dana Levy.
Samantha Levy.
Emma Lewis.
Venus Lee.
Andy Lin.
Jai Hoi Lin.
Cynthia Linker.
Ethan Liu.
Niles Lowe.
Logan Leffler.
Lubia Lopez Diaz.
Jonathan Lopez Martinez.
David Lopez Ortega.
Michael Love.
Jesse Lujan.
Annika Lund.
Hannah Luskin.
Adriana Madrigal Medina.
Prahita Majal.
Bahar Magbule.
Danae Mahalati.
Nisha Malley.
Yalila Martinez.
Sarai Marquez Esquivel.
Isaiah Matthews.
Anna Grace Mata.
Katrina McDermott.
San Min Mong.
Crystal Muha Zamaro.
Abby McHugh.
Aria Mendikar.
Kendall Manar.
Elvis Mendoza Ariano.
Angelica Mendoza.
Sophia Migalucci.
Noah Mary.
Christina Miller.
Amanda Miller.
Alix Miranda.
Justin Miller.
Jacob Moody.
Ruse Mianga.
Denise Munoz Guzman.
Zachary Moran.
Eric Naharo Aventano.
Allison Murray.
Malena Nguyen.
Evan Nance.
Vasily Nikulin.
Patrick Newton.
Jared Norris.
Sin Nguyen.
Chad Olson.
Jeremy Noel.
Amu Aruk.
Marisa Novotarski. Daniel Olson. Lucas Osland. Benjamin Orlov. Talar Sarkisian.
Sonia Renee Parker.
At this time, I'd like to welcome Ria Saxena to give her graduation speech. Yeah, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Yeah, that's great. Good evening. I want to welcome graduates, distinguished staff, friends, and family. Hi, Mom. In celebrating the graduating class of 2019. For those who don't know me, I'm Ria. We went to high school together. With that out of the way, we're gathered here to usher in a new chapter of our lives, a time to celebrate our accomplishments and recognize that we know nothing. Wait, what? Did she say that I know nothing? Yeah, I just went there. I know that today is supposed to be a celebration of finishing our high school education. And don't worry, I'm not going to say that these last 4 years have been a total waste of time, but I am saying class of 2019 created a new nothing. The first nothing you encountered was a confused nothing. You all had that one class each year where nothing seemed to make sense. Daily, you would remind yourself, I understand none of this. Physics, junior year, was that one class for me. Being resilient, you would ask questions. But each time you asked that question, it seemed like you understood less than you did before. Hope begins to waver. So, wait. Now you're telling me that each time I jump up, the entire earth shifts downwards? You go back and forth and asking questions and get absolutely nothing until finally there's a glimmer of hope. Maybe, just maybe, you understand something. And then, all at once, everything makes sense. But then, that bliss is gone in a blink of an eye because you realized you ended up right back where you started. The more you learned, the more questions you had. So then, day after day, week after week, it was as if you were just destined to keep going in circles. You were left with a net nothing, because the effort you spent learning something new led you to an equal amount of questions that couldn't be answered. Constantly failing to move forward, honestly, just wasting time. It was exhausting, and it left us despising to learn. However, we did have one saving grace: the support our classes gave us. The courage to acknowledge the constant presence of nothing. And somewhere in between studying for finals and taking practice SAT tests, you created a new nothing. The confused nothing and net nothing tormented you throughout high school. Essentially, the nothing you knew was a super annoying older brother. Over the last 4 years, your relationship grew with nothing. From a contentious one to one that you just see to, tolerate. But with time, nothing, like a brother, turned out to be not so bad. Maybe even your best friend. Without knowing it, you redefined nothing. You learned nothing is a given, but accepting it is a choice. You learned to invite this new nothing. You took risks knowing nothing. Some paid off, others just flat out failed. And all those times you believed you were failing to move forward, all you were failing to do was see the bigger picture. Seeing that each time you learned something new, it was leading you to your next nothing. Now, right now, your relationship with nothing seems good because you've been preparing for this nothing for the last 4 years. However, our nothings don't end here. You won't know how to tell your roommate that they need to clean up their side of the room, or how often you are required to call your parents in order to get them off your back. Honestly, you'll even struggle with what your favorite taco truck is, and that's okay. Because as a class, we taught each other not knowing isn't a weakness. Instead, it is the power to pursue knowledge. It is the drive to better ourselves and to better our communities. So as we leave the halls of Mountain View High School, let us proudly declare that we do know one thing: we know nothing. Thank you.
We will now resume the presentation of diplomas. Maggie Eagleton and Peyton Kesselring will be joined by Ms. Torok and Ms. Walter.
Cameron Pokravan.
Kira Palmbush.
James Pampayan.
Jake Pappas.
Samara Parada Umana.
Varun Paranjape.
Josie Paredes.
Elena Parkhurst.
Julianne Paul.
Sean Patel.
Marissa Peace.
Jack Pauley.
Lilia Perez.
Adrian Penix.
Sudala Futtavong.
Benjamin Peterson.
Allison Ping.
Paulo Antonio Pimentel.
Cesar Pliego Cayetano.
Melissa Pinkner.
Tara Popovic.
Mia Polson.
Holly Potter.
Evelyn Potter.
Elena Pruitt.
Holly Powell.
Grace Quillis.
Diana Quach.
Eric Ron.
Cynthia Radya.
Kyle Rafe.
Austin Rafe.
Nicole Rozovsky.
Aristides Ramirez Chilen.
Davina Reed.
Daniela Regata.
Jack Resnick.
Renee Remsberg.
Leslie Rivas Tejada.
Aisha Ricks.
Salvador Rodriguez Rojas.
Eric Rivera.
Maria del Carmen Romero.
Olivier Rollet.
Skylar Rosenberg.
Darcy Roque Morales.
Canyon Sadler.
Mathilde Russo.
Ethan Kenneth Salcedo.
Karash Sadralash Rafi.
Leslie Santos.
Kevin Sanchez Bolanos.
Padam Sarkey.
Anthony Santuario Castaneda.
Brianna Souter.
Kenneth Sassamori.
Ella Schultz.
Theodore Schreiner.
Rachel Schultz.
Kevin Schultz.
Alyssa Shattuck.
Isabella Scotti.
Monish Shankar.
Edgar Segura Alvarez. David Sean. Andre Shapiro.
Liam Shaughnessy.
Reed Shimabukuro.
Joseph Shin.
Camille Shu.
Sartak Shukla.
William Sigunova.
Boyd Smith.
Carter Smith.
Rachel Soderman.
Madison Sofield.
Varunjit Srinivas.
Aaron Spade.
Samir Srivastava.
Leela Srivastava.
William Stanley.
Vidusha Srivatsan.
Lucille Stouch.
Ethan Starr.
Joshua Stukenborg.
Gabriel Stone.
Nicholas Sullivan.
Ilona Sullivan.
Lillian Seto.
Joshua Swidler.
Max Tan.
Yuval Tall.
Jacob Tome.
Swarnima Thapa.
Hong Mi Tran.
Benjamin Tice.
Alexander Tsang.
Mauricio Torres Alvarez.
Rehane Rose Turner.
Stuart Trapp.
Jared Twardowski.
Edmund C.
Jonathan Uribe.
Tamia Turner.
Ada Ustener.
Ojas Upadhyay.
Rodrigo Valle Hernandez.
Eduardo Uriel Medina.
Isabella Rose Velasco.
Justin Valestra.
Carlos Ventura Paz.
Jonathan Van Zulen.
Alana Walsh.
Jasmine Velasco.
Brian Webb.
Josue Ventura Zuniga.
Noah Williams.
Joseph Watson.
Maxim Wu.
Nikhil Weigel.
David Benjamin Woods IV.
Annette Wong Toy.
Kai Yang. He's not in my way.
Tyler Wu.
He's not in my way. Christopher Young.
Yiming Shuizu.
Don't read it.
Michelle Yim. Margaret Eggleton.
Peyton Kesselring.
I'd like to welcome our final speakers for this evening. They are Brianna Lee and Parmita Pajuhesh.
Good evening, parents, teachers, MVLA administration, and of course, the class of 2019. My name is Brianna Lee.
And my name is Parmita Pajuhesh. Brianna and I first met our freshman year on swim team when we swam the 200 individual medley relay together. For those of you that don't know, this consists of backstroke, breaststroke, butterfly, and freestyle. Good job, Bree. Wasn't that swim-pressive?
We bonded over the dread of sprinting 50 yards in the pouring rain.
4 years later, we stand behind the same blocks at our last meet, swimming the same event, but this time with more experience, knowledge, and practice.
As we stand next to our classmates, we reflect upon the lessons we have learned in our high school experience.
The start of a new year.
The start of a new relay.
The first leg of the medley relay, backstroke, is off, and uncertainty lies ahead of us as we blindly reach for the wall.
As freshmen, we were unsure of what clubs to take part in, sports to join, and friends we wish to surround ourselves with. Our knowledge was limited to cheesy icebreakers, such as the classic 64 squares at freshman orientation.
We did not have a good understanding of our interests, our likes, and dislikes.
However, we did know that it would be a lengthy and twisted process. But with our classmates right beside us, constantly encouraging us to think in new and better ways, we were able to find our place on campus.
We did that by supporting and cheering our teammates who won 11 league championships, 4 of which were CCS finalists, and 2 who won the whole thing. Woo!
Our CCS champions were both the boys' basketball team, led by our one and only 7-footer, Will Dominguez,
Woo! And our baseball team, who were originally considered the underdogs, but in the end showed that their energy and grit led them to victory.
by participating in marching band, who won Class 4A and took part in the London New Year's Parade this past year.
By attending the first ever cultural awareness rally hosted by ASB.
By joining choir and traveling to Vietnam and Iceland, where they united people from different cultures.
Or whether it was by being a part of the AVID community, where more than 90 students were enrolled in AP classes. We found our place on campus.
We learned to lean on others for support, much like how in breaststroke, with each kick.
And with each breath, you hear your teammates, parents, and coaches cheering you on from the sidelines.
Whether it's your parents who never fail to make homemade snacks when you pull an all-nighter to finish those ASP benchmarks,
or the PTSA who works hard to bring Spartan Paws to our campus,
we knew that with each kick of our legs,
with each pull of our arms,
we were on the path to becoming mature adults.
Even though at times it felt that our arms were just slipping through the water and our legs were like lead, dragging us down.
We had moments of understanding where things just clicked.
Like that special aha moment when you finally understand how to prove two triangles congruent in geometry class.
Or that moment you learn that you cannot make it there and back to Starbucks during brunch on a block day.
These moments of understanding are achieved by persevering through the #Struggle-is-real moments.
Much like in Butterfly, when you have to maintain your stamina all the way through.
The intensity is real. The long-awaited standardized tests have arrived, like the SAT, also known as the seasonal anxiety test.
Academically, we might be overwhelmed and stressed, but eventually we find ways to take care of ourselves.
Such as when the Ambassadors Club hosted the first ever Mental Health Awareness Week and gave students the opportunity to start a discussion.
Or when we finally realized the importance of sleep after being told several times by our parents to go to bed before midnight. Sorry, Mom.
We learned to always finish off strong while still returning to the basics, such as in the final stretch of the relay, freestyle, where you apply the skills you've learned from the start.
We've matured into a class that is headed towards bigger goals.
Whether that's a 4-year university, taking a gap year, or joining the workforce.
Swimming a relay is as much of an individual sport as it is a team one.
Each leg separate from one another, but together they make the whole relay.
Relay teams win together, lose together, and swim together.
Just like how MVHS students win together, lose together, and learn together.
Congratulations, class of 2019. And don't forget, 1, 2, 3, go MV!
Now, it is my pleasure to introduce the Mountain View High School Madrigals performing a piece arranged by Douglas Wagner titled, Joy Be With You All.
For friendships long and family near, for all in life that we hold dear. Let fortune smile and luck appear round the corner through each corner.
Thank you, Madrigals. And now, Mr. Matheson, Ms. Walter, and Ms. Torok, it's my honor to say to you that I certify these students have successfully completed the prescribed course of study set forth by the Board of Education of the Mountain View Los Altos Union High School District. These students are declared eligible to graduate from Mountain View High School. Seniors, this is the time you perform one last symbolic gesture that signifies your status as graduates. Please rise. Graduates, move your tassels. Congratulations, you are now official graduates of Mountain View High School. Our school has a tradition of allowing seniors one last moment as a unified class. Audience, please remain in your seats as they recess to the goalpost to gather and toss their caps. Graduates, congratulations. Graduates, toss your caps. Congratulations.